Hello, beautiful people. Hi. Hello guys, it's your girl Som Vibes Som aka Chisom aka Chi Baby. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very interesting. I'm so excited for this video because I'm talking about one of my favorite things in the world, books, reading. This video was supposed to be top 10 books of 2022, but because I couldn't stick to 10, I couldn't pick 10, so I decided to make it top 15 with, of course, honorable mentions on the side. So let's get into it. I'm so excited. Can you guys tell I'm so excited? I'm so excited. Okay, let's go straight into it. Let's keep in mind that these are the books I read from the beginning of the year to the ending of the year, and this is a new year, so I can't really remember the grit and details of every single book, but I do remember the summary. So basically my number 15 is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. And Icebreaker is basically like a ice hockey romance. So the girl is a figure skater, the guy is a hockey player. We all know the whole, basically I think there was an argument or there was a fight, and then they decided somebody now broke their rink, like the hockey players, somebody melted their rink, like where they play hockey, you know what I mean? So they had to share with the figure skaters, and then I think the girls figure skater have skating partner's leg broke or some shit like that. So the main characters, they said learning how to the hockey player said became the figure skater's partner, because she had a competition coming up, all these things. It's a very nice book. I read 125 books this year, if I didn't mention. I read 125 books this year, and this is my top 15. So you have to know that they have to be top notch. Go read it if you haven't. Number 14 is The Unwanted Wife. Now I think back, I think I put this book in my list by mistake because this book annoyed me. Like the guy in this book, Jesus, he was so mean to her. He was so mean to her because she could not give him what he wanted, which was this book is The Unwanted Wife by Natasha Anders, and it was I just love the way that he ended up groveling for her love at the end of the day, but it was still a very painful book to read. But that was my number 14. Okay, the next book, my number 13 for the year, for 2022, is Married for One by Ella Macy something. Ella, the name will be put on the screen. So basically, this is just a marriage of convenience, I would say. I think I from what I can remember, I think his grandfather said that he must marry her or something like that. I can't really remember, but I just know at the ending, he fell in love with her, as they always do. He was all cold in the beginning. He didn't talk to her. He didn't want to spend time with her. But at the ending, guess who fell in love? He did. Guess who now had to grovel? He did. I wonder why they do this. You will still beg. So why you do shakara? At the end of the day, you will still beg. Well, that's my number 13. So my number 12 is Twisted Lies from the Twisted series by Anna. It will be on the screen above before I spell somebody's name. Basically, I would advise you to read the whole series, the whole Twisted series, because this Twisted Lies is the last book in the series. It was my best book in the series too, but it's also the last book. So I'll advise you to read the book because the whole series is actually interesting, but I can't put the whole series, you get. But if I could, I would definitely put the whole series as my number 12. But the Twisted Lies was my favorite because it was a Grumpy Sunshine. It was a Grumpy Sunshine novel, and it was Grumpy Sunshine at its best. It was chef's kiss. I enjoyed it. It was, all these billionaire people that have their way with anybody and can do anything, and then all these shy, sweet girls. Exactly. That is how it was. I loved the book. But I will advise you to read the whole series.
every book I'm going to mention in this video is steamy, right? It's smut. The smut is smutting. Okay, I don't read. Okay, I read other things, but like, okay, I think there are some books that there is no, that the smut is not that much, but 90% of the books on this list, the smut is real. My number 11 was Sinners Anonymous by Some Sketcher. I don't know. The name is going to be written here in case I'm spelling anybody's name. I'm sorry. So Sinners Anonymous is the first book out of a series of our brothers, right? So there are 3 brothers, but there are 4 books because one brother has 2 books, right? So but this book is about the first brother, you know, and I don't really want to spoil the book. I just read it recently, so I can still remember really big details about the book, but I do know that it's a mafia book, so it's a dark romance. There's forbidden love, age gap, and spice like no other. So yeah, I just know that the 3 brothers have this they have this like number called Sinners Anonymous, where you can call and confess your sins, right? Just like Catholic Church, you get, but you can just call and confess your sins and all those things. So yeah, they have that kind of thing. So, you know, the girl, the MC, the main character, girl used to call to confess what she does and stuff like that, and then the guy was the owner. I'm sure we get the point. Just read the book. It's actually very, very nice. So we're now in the top 10, and number 10 book is Psycho Shifters in Cruel Shifterverse series by Jasmine Mars. So I started reading this book expecting nothing, but it gave me everything. Because when I started reading this book, I hadn't read a shifter book in so long, so I was dying for any kind of shifter book. I didn't even care. I just wanted to read like a werewolf book or something, and that's when I got this book, and I didn't expect the twist, the turns. Okay, this book is actually a trilogy. Amazing. Like, the book gave me everything. It was slow burn, but you would not even notice that it was a slow burn. Okay, at some point you notice that, because I'm like, niggas just, and it's also like a reverse harem. When I say the smut is smutting, then I mean the smut is smut. So it was a reverse harem, slow burn romance. The level of spice, even from the author, you see, very, very, very high, right? Because we have MMM scenes, we have MMFM scenes, we have MFM scenes. If you know, you know. I'm not going to go into details about that. And I can't say too much about the book, because if not, I will spoil it. I know myself, I will spoil it. So yeah, go read it. So in number 9 is Stolen Heir by Sophie Lark. I'm sure everybody on Book Talk has heard about this book, one way or the other. Just know everything they say is true. This is a mafia. It's a mafia dark romance. It's Grumpy Sunshine. You know, it's about mafia people. So Irish mafia and stuff like that. So that is exactly how it is. So it's basically Grumpy Sunshine, and you know how it goes from there. It's like a remake of Beauty and the Beast. It's a Beauty and the Beast retell. Yeah, so it's very sweet. I loved it. It made my insides jiggle. So that's Stolen Heir by Sophie Lark from the Brutal Birthright series. You guys should go and look at it. But I will advise you to read the whole series. But if you can't, I will just advise you to at least start from book 1, because this book is book 2. So just try and start from book 1. She'll get.
My number 8 is The Never King by Nikki Crow from the Vicious Lost Boy series. Now this book is, as you can tell, Never King, Vicious Lost Boy, yeah, Peter Pan, and you know, the Lost Boys, and that guy with Hook. What's his name again? Captain Hook. So like, it's just a retell, but it's darker. Definitely darker. So it's like a retell of Peter and Wendy. It's enemies to lovers, you know, very like morally gray. Like the moral, if your moral compass is straight, you might not really enjoy this book. So there are a lot of, you know, possessive vibes, touch her and I'll kill you vibes, you know, Yeah, and it's also a reverse harem. So yeah. SMUT level super high. I can't really give you the details. Anything you know about Peter Pan is definitely what is just here.
So on my number 7 is the Dark Verse series by Ronix. I could not really pick one book in the series to put as number 7 because I loved every single one of those books. There are 5 books, right? And do you know what it means for me to love from number 1 to 5? Like, I couldn't pick a favorite. Okay, I can pick a favorite. Like, 4 and 5 are my favorites, but 1 is also really good. Like, they are really good books. Like, it's basically, it's a dark, really dark series. SMUT off the road. Just know that the series is about, they're just trying to find the syndicates. The series is just mind-blowing. I can't say too much. I will just spoil it. So please go read it. A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. So this book, I can't really remember the details. I do know that she was a virgin. I can't really remember the details, but I know it was a book that put me in my feelings. It was a very sweet book. But as I'm moving through like the reviews, a lot of people don't like it. I don't know why, but it was a very sweet book. Like, it made me have butterflies in my stomach. Like, it made me feel good for like a lot of days, like for weeks after I read the book. It made me feel really good. That is why I actually put it as my number 6. So yeah, it's A Million Kisses in My Lifetime by Monica Murphy. You guys should read it and tell me what you think about it, because I don't know why a lot of people don't like the book. Now we're up to our top 5. In our top 5. And for number 5 is a book that I'm sure everybody has heard about the book. Whether you're on Book Talk or not on Book Talk, there's no way you've not heard about this book. It's The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Oof. Okay, basically, it's about a Hollywood icon called Evelyn Hugo, and she's I think she's about to die or something. She has cancer or something wrong with her. Something wrong with her somewhere. So she calls reporters, a particular reporter, Monique, that she wants to write an autobiography, or that she should only be published when she's dead, right? So in this and everybody, you know, it's Hollywood, everybody has always been wondering, why the hell did you marry 7 people? Do you understand? Like, everybody has questions about who was her favorite husband, what this husband did to her. You know, everybody just wants a little bit of juice and spice and tea, right? So she says she's ready to give other tea, but she's only going to give it to one person, and that is Monique. So in this book, we learn about all her 7 husbands. You guys should read it and tell me what you think. I think at some point there was going to be a movie about this. I think it's still in the works. If there's a movie about this, it will be so awesome, because this book was amazing. You guys should read it. So this is A 7 Husbands by Evelyn Hugo. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. You guys should read it and, you know, get back to me. So my number 4 on the list is American King by Sylvia Simone. This book is a trilogy, right? It's the New Camelot trilogy, right? This book, the last book, is The American King. I can count the number of books that made me cry this year. This was the first book that made me cry this year, American King. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you guys. I don't want to say too much. It's about the president of the United States, a girl, and the vice president of the United States. I had so much fun with the book. It was so touching. Like, the smut scenes. Oof. They were hot. What made this book so good for me is the fact that nobody spoiled it for me, and that is how I want you guys to read it. This is one of the best books I've read ever. Yeah, I said what I said. One of the best books I've read ever. So please, you guys should go and read it, like, and tell me what you think. So we're down to our top 3, and as number 3, we have Asha's Voice by Mia Sheridan is going to be here, right? Let me not spoil someone's name. Asha's Voice by Mia. And Asha's Voice was basically one of the most heartwarming and most beautifully written, unique story I have ever read. Like the connection, the communication, the green flag, the everything about Asha. Everything about him was just. Asha can't speak because of a trauma that happened to him when he was younger that affected his voice box. So, there's that like language barrier because it's like sign language and shit, or like mouthing things. But the book was, is it Asha or Acha? Anyone from, I don't even care. Like, he was the greenest green flag I've ever read about. Oh no, he was so sweet, like so selfless and caring and thoughtful. Read Asha's Voice or Asha's Voice. Okay, I think it's Asha's Voice. Read Asha's Voice today. If you want to have a happy day, read it. So we're down to our top 2. And for number 2, we have Hunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. Now for this book, I'm going to be very honest with you. The nigga was a fucking stalker, right? He was a stalker. He cut off people's body parts. Let me know if it's a dark romance. The book is rated 18, but I honestly think it's safer to rate it 21 because it's triggering. It's a lot of things. There are a lot of things going on. There's human trafficking. There's pedophiles. There's body parts trafficking. There are a lot of things going on here, right? Do you understand me? You understand me, right? But the book, even the fact that he was a stalker doesn't mean anything to me. If Zaid came into my life, I will fold instantly. I will follow him wherever he wants me to go. What are you saying? He doesn't even have to stalk me. I will go with him. God, I beg, God forbid, let nobody come and stalk me. But nevertheless, the book is smutting a lot. It's a very interesting book to read. It's my number 2, and it's my number 2 for a reason. It's my number 2 out of 125. It's a number 2 for a reason, and it's a duet. It's Hunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline. So before we go to our number 1, we have our honorable mentions: The Dancer and the Max. And the second book we have is Fine Print by Lauren Asher. So to our number one of 2022 is the Mindfuck series. Yes, the whole series. Yes, 5 books. Yes, the whole freaking series. All of them number 1. Yes. So this book is about a girl should I even say it? Because what made the book so mind-blowing to me was I didn't read the summary. I just started reading the book, right? So the triggers are a lot in this book, but it's number 1 for a reason. You guys, like, the book was... I'm going to read it again today. I have not read it since the first time I read it because I wanted to forget about it. And I think I've forgotten about it to an extent. So I want to read it again to remind myself why the book was so amazing. And God rest the soul of the author. Oh God, she is too good. She is... You know when they give somebody talents, God. Her own was given by God. It was... No, you guys should read it. I think I'm talking too much. You guys should go and read it and tell me what you think. So yeah, those were my top books for the year, and I can't wait to read more this year, but I know that it will not be as much as I read last year. It is not going to reach 125. There is no way that it's going to reach 125, but I'm so excited for the new books I'm going to read. The new series like that Predator by Runix. The last book, The Syndicator, is supposed to come out this year, and I cannot wait. Like, if you read the whole series, you understand why I cannot wait for that last book, because the suspense is choking me now. So yes, so I guess this is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys read these books and tell me what you think. Please do, like, drop it in the comment section or like anywhere. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you. Bye.